Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something really interesting. We're putting the incredible power of artificial intelligence up against this ancient, very human idea of wisdom.
So let's just jump right in, because this is the big question, right? With everything AI can do, all its power, is it actually wise? I mean, really?
Well, the computer engineering professor from our source material has a pretty blunt answer. He says, directly, it is not. No ifs, ands, or buts. And, his point is that AI isn't some kind of magic. At its core, it's a program. It's math. So let's really dig into what he means.
Okay, so to understand AI's limits, we've got to first understand what it even is. Let's get past the hype and look under the hood.
So first things first, the term AI is, well, it's a huge umbrella term. It covers everything from, the algorithm that suggests what movie you should watch next all the way to super complex robots. But what everyone's buzzing about today, that's actually something much more specific.
And that brings us to generative AI. The name says it all, right? It generates stuff. This is the real game changer. Think about it. Older AI could look at a picture and say, yep, that's a cat. But generative AI? It can create a brand new picture of a cat, wearing a tiny hat, surfing on a slice of pizza. It's not just analyzing data, it's making new things from scratch.
So what's the engine behind all this? You've probably heard the term large language models, or LLMs. This is the core tech inside tools like ChatGPT. It's the how. It's been trained on just a mind-boggling amount of text from the internet, and that's what lets it do its thing.
And this is a really important concept to get. The whole process is basically split into two phases. You've got training, that's like the AI going to school, cramming all this data to build its brain. Then you've got inference. That's when you ask it a question, and it actually uses that brain to come up with an answer. So you build it, then you run it.
Okay, so here's the absolute key takeaway. What looks like thinking to us is really just incredibly fast and complex math. It's all about probability. The AI isn't, understanding you. It's just predicting which word is most likely to come next based on all the data it's seen. It's basically the most sophisticated game of finish the sentence ever created.
All right, so that's the how. Now let's talk about the what. Where is this all going? Because this isn't just theory. It's already starting to pop up everywhere.
The source we're looking at points to three huge areas to watch. First, you've got AI agents. Think of these as AIs that can actually do stuff for you, like use other apps to book your flight. Then there's multimodal AI, which is wild. It can process text, images, and sound all at the same time. And finally, embodied AI. That's when you stick the AI into a physical body, like a car or a robot.
So, AI can process a ton of information. It can see, it can hear, it can even act in the physical world. But does any of that make it wise? It brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it?
To answer that, our source does something really cool. It takes a step back from all the tech talk and dives into an ancient story. The idea is that maybe, just maybe, wisdom operates on a totally different wavelength.
Yeah, it's the famous story of King Solomon. So, you have these two women, both claiming to be the mother of one baby. There's no DNA test, no data to analyze. So what does Solomon do? He comes up with this test that has nothing to do with facts and everything to do with the human heart. He says he'll cut the baby in half, knowing that the real mother's reaction will give her away.
And that right there perfectly captures the idea of wisdom in this story. It's not about being a super genius or knowing a ton of facts. It's about having what the text calls an understanding heart. It's that ability to see what's right and wrong, especially when things are messy and the facts aren't clear.
Okay, so now let's really put these two things head to head. AI on one side, human wisdom on the other.
Let's look at how the AI works. Step 1, it analyzes huge amounts of data. Step 2, it calculates what's most probable. Step 3, it spits out the most likely answer. It's all very logical, very mathematical. But then you look at wisdom, and it's playing a completely different game. It's not looking for the correct answer, but the right one. It's all about understanding people, feelings, what things actually mean. It's about compassion.
And this, right here, is the core of it all. AI is an amazing tool for getting answers, but wisdom, that's a human thing. That's about finding meaning. It's the difference between knowing a fact and understanding why that fact matters. So here's what we're left with.
AI can tell us all the things we can do. The possibilities are getting bigger every single day. But only wisdom, only we can figure out what we should do. And as we build these incredibly smart tools, that's the real challenge, isn't it? How do we get wiser, right alongside them? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us.